1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
I don't want to hear about which coach is going to be the next one fired. I want to hear about which quarterback is going to be the next to enter the top 5, and I have an inkling he lives in Nashville.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're going to break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. This is Theoretically Speaking. It is October 15th. We are into the Ides of October. CCAT is on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. It is a big, big day for us, a hump day, a Wednesday. We're going to be giving out the Sunshine Standings. Yes, the Sunshine Standings. That goes towards the top college football teams in Florida. Makes sense. We also have a baseball game tonight. CCAT, an elimination game.
What?
The Blue Jays.
What?
The Mariners.
Elimination game?
Oh, the Blue
7
Jays
game
are only
series,
down
brother.
2-0.
Come on now.
I was trying to do this in your favor. I thought Yankees fans were being excited that the Blue Jays were going to get bounced from the postseason.
It might feel like an elimination game. You don't want to go down 3-0 because
That's practically elimination.
there you go.
This is one of those not stave off elimination, but you're trying to climb your way out of an undesirable hole here. Are you going to celebrate like others if the Blue Jays not only lose but get swept, or do you think this is below Yankees fans to be so excited about another team winning baseball games?
Tell you what, the one thing that you should know about Yankees fans is nothing is below Yankees fans.
That's true.
Especially now that we are not good. Like, you just are not a perennial power. You as a Yankees fan in 2002 might be able to say, well, that's below us. We worry about championships and championships alone. But a lot of time has passed since the Yankees have been a dynasty. Nothing is below Yankees fans. And I saw a group of Blue Jays fans drop a Yankees lose diss track. And we'll talk about that in the Safebound Get Around. I will relish in the defeat of the Toronto Blue Jays. I hope they get swept.
A diss track.
Yeah.
Like, this is, do you think it's AI generated, or did they get in the studio? Did they get in a booth? Because I'm a dude I have got in a booth and recorded a song before, just one verse, but it was on a produced song, and it can be found wherever you stream music, but I will not tell you what my moniker was because I was saying some things that could get me fired. So, yes, I've been recorded in a booth. I've made music. I am a produced artist. Do you think this is AI, or do you think they actually did it?
I think they did it. It was in Espanol.
Oh, wow.
But the one part that I could register was Yankees lose.
I like that.
I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot. You're a Yankees fan. For those of you joining us here today on a hump day, man, it is we're entering week 7 of the NFL season. It's going to be a pretty telling weekend. There's a lot of close calls. We're going to talk some survivor pool picks because this is one of those weekends that I do think a lot of people are going to get eliminated on. Last weekend, CCAT, it felt that way in the 1 o'clock slate. Mm-hmm. Like, there were a lot of teams that had people shaking in their boots, including the team that is near our office here in Miami Gardens in the Miami Dolphins, who had the Chargers up against the wall. But in every one of those scenarios, the favorite pulled out the win. So we'll see. The only big one that failed a lot of people last weekend was Thursday night football, the Eagles.
Exactly. The Patriots were in a one-possession game for a lot of that. The Bengals and the Packers really gave Packers backers more sweat than they deserved as you're taking a 14-point favorite at home. I was watching that while walking through a corn maze. I should not have had my attention on that, but I did because the rest of my season lied on the Packers-Bengals result.
Sorry about
that.
Yeah,
if you're still alive in the survivor pools, this will be an inflection point. This weekend will matter a lot.
The Jets gave people early morning Sunday sweats against the Broncos, who neither one of those teams looked like they wanted to win that game. The Jets had a net minus 10 passing yards in that game, sacked 9 times Justin Fields was. And the Broncos, don't look now, but through 6 weeks, the Denver Broncos lead the league in sacks with 30, and they're on pace to break the all-time NFL record.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you a lot, Justin Fields and Jets offensive line.
We knew the Broncos defense was good, historically good,
Yeah.
however. That'll happen when you play the Jets.
I was about to say, and I think the Broncos are going to be a lot of people's pick in Survivor League. A big shout this morning to the Breakers, to the Palm Beach Chamber that had myself and a few legends in the world of sports. Mark Zarther, who is the CRO for the Florida Panthers, the two-time defending Stanley Cup champs. We had Janelle Prieto, who is the CMO for the for the FIFA World Cup, the 2026 FIFA World Cup host committee that's bringing soccer on the global stage to South Florida coming up in the beginning of 2026. And also our own Uncle Steve Pollitt Sr., President of Good Karma Brands and ESPN West Palm Zone. We all had a great panel at the Breakers, had some good breakfast, had some good coffee, had some good laughs, CCAT. And I just want to give a big special shout to the Breakers for hosting us. Fun times. I did accidentally mention the one faux pas we had up there on the stage. I did accidentally mention this morning Mark Sanchez, but I wasn't doing so alluding to his previous,
He's in jail.
I know
he didn't lead a horrible world event though. He's not Voldemort. You can mention Mark Sanchez.
I don't know, man. Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, it's horrible. He looks to be a really bad guy.
That was horrendous.
What, do you say that he's your best friend? Like, what do you say about Mark Sanchez that got you in trouble?
I was talking about how there's a lot of New Yorkers and Bostonians and people from the Northeast that moved down to South Florida. And because of the way in which the Panthers are striking gold right now, becoming a dynasty in the NHL, I was talking about how some of them can hang up their Rangers or Islanders or maybe not the Bruins jerseys and pick up a Panthers jersey and kind of become a fan or a season ticket holder. And nobody would do that with their NFL team. And the example I use was like, you're not going to get a Jets fan to move down here and toss out their Mark Sanchez jersey and pick up a Tua one if the Dolphins were doing well. But people might be tossing out Mark Sanchez jerseys anyway.
I think you're overthinking that.
There are people that are absolutely offended by that, and I'm offended by what he did. The dude was like 68 years old.
Yeah.
And he almost beat him to a pulp, allegedly.
Yes, Theo.
I guess it's still out there.
I'm not saying any of that isn't true. I'm saying that you didn't beat a guy to the pulp or endorse him beating a guy to the pulp.
I'm sorry. The issue that I think that flared up was when I made mention of it, I then laughed because I thought about what had happened, and then I realized in hindsight that I was kind of laughing about a very horrible incident that actually happened.
Oh, so you're fine. Yeah, a couple days ago, I said who had a worse weekend, Justin Fields or Mark Sanchez. So you're good.
Well, he did. He did have a worse weekend.
Okay. Justin Fields? Or like Sanchez got booked. It was 2 weekends ago that he committed the unthinkable.
Yeah, the unthinkable. The undesirable, the unthinkable. Also, did you hear what Dylan Gabriel had to say about his weekend? I sent it in the if we could pull it. You know what? Let's just forget it. We won't get to it. But Dylan Gabriel described the beatdown that the Steelers gave him in that Browns versus Steelers game. The beatdown that defense gave him. He described that and he reflected upon the whippings he used to get from his mama.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, like there are very few compliments that you can give greater to an NFL defense than they remind you of the spankings you got as a child. That is actually kind of crazy. I don't know if the Browns offensive line should I don't know that they either should be awfully inspired to play better next weekend, or they should be miserably embarrassed that that's the way that they left out their rookie quarterback. But let's take a listen to Dylan Gabriel telling reporters how the Steelers defense made him feel. Crazy. That's crazy. Is that not crazy?
Yeah. I wouldn't call a division rival effectively my mommy, right?
So, yeah,
you hear call him your daddy when he beats you up. The mommy is the next step.
I think that does it. If it wasn't already signed, sealed, delivered, I don't think that Dylan Gabriel can ever be the franchise quarterback for the Browns.
Whoa, that was it?
That was it.
That was the inflection point.
I mean, he already was clearly a third-round pick. He was a flyer. They're likely drafting a guy next year. He's probably a career backup, and this is not an indictment on him as a player or as a man. It is an indictment on him as a football player because you can never have that soundbite about your franchise quarterback, especially about a divisional rival.
Yeah, he quite literally took the next step of belt to butt.
Yeah.
Like belt to ass that's what a parent would back in
Yeah.
the 70s, 80s when you have a kid that's
70s,
acting a
80s.
fool and you take the belt
Sorry,
off.
90s, 2000s. Still going on.
2024?
Belt to ass is still going on.
Okay.
Did belt to ass not happen in your household?
Nah. I was a good kid. I never had to deal with that.
You were a good kid.
Yeah, I was a very good kid.
No issues.
Whenever there were issues, they would never reach my parents. That I was smart.
So you were a conniving kid. You were sneaky.
Yeah, I made their life as easy as possible.
Oh my gosh. You know who needs his life made easier? Cameron Ward. Cam Ward, quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. This right here, a Cam Ward Wednesday on Theoretically Speaking. I know there's a lot of people who are trying to figure out after Brian Callahan got fired from the Tennessee Titans over the weekend, an abysmal start to the season, 1-5. Nothing has gone right for them aside for the Cardinals throwing up all over themselves and allowing the Titans to win that game. It has been absolutely horrendous out of Nashville. But we learn that not only do they get rid of Brian Callahan, they bring in Mike McCoy as the interim coach, a guy that has some experience with the Chargers, yada, 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 yada. Here's my point. Cam Ward, through 6 games of his rookie season, has showed glimmers of light. He's done nothing that I proclaimed he would do all summer long. And this is the second straight year that I have praised the number 1 overall pick at quarterback, and the second straight year that I am absolutely feeling dismantled as a predictor or purveyor of what's going to happen in sports. Somebody this morning at the Palm Beach Chamber breakfast was like, oh, you know everything. You know everything about sports. And I was like, actually, if you actually listen to Theoretically Speaking, which this young lady did not, she would know that I get a lot of things wrong.
Yeah, you thought the ALCS was a 5-game series.
Yeah,
about 15 minutes ago.
I thought I just wrote the obituary on the Blue Jays actual entire series when they could lose tonight and still win 4 straight, like what the Red Sox did to your Yankees.
Wait, when?
2004.
Oh, that was before HD television. We're good.
Okay, so because you were trying to joke on me, and then I just want to remind you of some of the pains of
That's
your
okay.
past. It's okay. It's all right. So like I said earlier, Cam Ward, who has started off abysmally, has a great opportunity here in Tennessee to become one of those guys. And I like to sometimes pose things in if-then statements because then that coats me from any kind of attachment to the result. See, I said Cam Ward was going to be elite. I said he was going to be a rookie of the year. I said the Titans could win the division. All of these superlatives I threw on the Titans, but I didn't give it any qualifier. You feel me?
I see.
So I've learned from my ways in CCAT. If the Tennessee Titans find the right head coach for this offense, for that quarterback, that franchise guy, Cam Ward is going to end up being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Cam Ward out of Miami, out of Wazoo, out of Incarnate Word. Cam Ward is the kind of guy that franchises build around. He's the kind of guy that despite all of the turmoil through 6 weeks, the one thing everybody in and around Nissan Stadium can agree on is that he is the person, the spoon that stirs the pot. He's the guy that's going to help bridge us into the future if that future is going to be a good one. And now it is on the decision makers in Tennessee to make sure that that guy has a head coach that is competent. When you look back at the past 5 number 1 overall picks at quarterback, this Cam Ward season might be bad, but it's not unprecedented. The past 5 number 1 overall picks at quarterback, all of their first-year head coaches, all of their head coaches got fired after their first year. 3 of the past number 1 overall pick quarterbacks, coaches got fired mid-season. Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence with Urban Meyer. And last year, I don't know if you remember Matt Eberflus starting off the season with a new haircut. And I think by December, he was going to a new barber in a new city.
Oh, yeah. We saw that Thanksgiving Day collapse and just downright disgusting display for the national audience.
That's 3 straight years that the number 1 overall pick has had his head coach fired mid-season. And if you look at the careers of each of these guys, and then obviously, with Kyler Murray, his coach fired at the end of the year. If you look at the past 3 guys that I put the scope on right now, even throughout the misery of those first seasons, I don't think any of them have looked as good on tape, have ripped the level of NFL throws that Cam Ward has been able to do, and it also has been as poised behind the microphone as Cam Ward. Bryce Young looked like he was ready to take leave the team and join a church. Like he looked like he was ready to quit on football. I'm not saying this as anything that is against Bryce. I'm saying this as he was that miserable in Carolina. Trevor Lawrence and the disorientation of that offense, along with what Urban Meyer was doing out there, he looked miserable, and people started questioning their own evaluations on the guy. Anybody that has had priors on Cam Ward saying that this guy is an elite level, or at least can become an elite level quarterback, CCAT, I've seen none of them turn their backs on those point of views. All of them are saying, I think that the situation in Tennessee needs to change. That's promising.
Okay. All right. You know what? Like we were early with Caleb Williams last year.
Yeah.
When his head coach led that team into disarray and a disappointing first year of Caleb Williams' career, despite having so many offensive weapons around that number 1 overall pick. We're not saying that Cam Ward has all these weapons around him with the Titans.
No.
But we're saying Cam Ward is the weapon.
He's proven himself at so many different stops. He's used to change as well. Like a lot of people are slow to adapt. Cam went from college to college to college, now to the pros, and now he's already on his second head coach, who will be an interim. By the start of next season, we're likely talking about a guy that's going to have to learn his third system within 1 calendar year. And if there's anybody that can do it, it's the guy like Cam Ward, who, by the way, I just listened, or I read the Athletics article on Cam Ward and what this rookie season has been like and what he expects to be able to accomplish as he gets his wits about him in the league. And CCAT, there's a sentence in this article, by the way, written by Michael Silver, published yesterday evening, that gave me the chills. Cam Ward, after all of this, Calvin really dropping the ball left and right. The offensive line allowing him to be sacked 8 times. That is the second most in the league right now. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Cam Ward said, I'm not playing how I want to play right now. So once I play how I want to play, I think the league will be. He's saying, no. It's not that I'm going to turn my career around. It's not that I'm going to make the Titans competent. We're not going to be competitive for the division. When I start playing the level of football I want to, and in the style in which I want to, Cam Ward would like to, the league is. CCAT, that is bold.
Some out of luck.
That is bold. Yeah. Is that
you're in trouble now, mister.
That's a bold thing for him to say. But what I will say, though, if you're Cam Ward and you've been able to back it up at every stop in your life so far, I know he's only 23. I know he is now playing professional football, which is a different level, and you have to carry a different level of humility, and you also have to prove yourself here. I have to believe him. I legitimately have to believe him. If he gets himself, and again, we're looking at the past few quarterbacks who have been in this situation, a Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence, and the Jags finally cooking. What changed? The chef. How about with Caleb Williams? Same scenarios this year. Coach fired midseason. In fact, I credit the Titans for firing Brian Callahan earlier than how long the Bears hold on. And again, the Bears started the season much better, so I understand keeping Eberflus. It looked like it could be solid. But now look at Caleb Williams when he has Ben Johnson. Like, the Bears and the Jaguars look like playoff teams right now, and it's once they got the right guy under the right headset. Cam Ward's not going to just have a team looking like a playoff squad. He will be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL once they get that position right. And I'm talking about head coach. I look at Patrick Mahomes. I look at Lamar Jackson. I look at Josh Allen. And likely is going to be Jaden Daniels over the next 2 years. We're looking at as the top 4 quarterbacks in the league. Why not Cam Ward right there under those 4? I don't think at this point it's going to be C.J. Stroud. A lot of people are trying to predict it be Drake May. In fact, we're going to have Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike here join us on the other side. He always joins us on Wednesdays. In fact, this is the Evan Cohen Studios. He likely is going to want to go with Drake May because he's a Patriots fan. But is there anybody else in the league right now, CCAT, when you think about those core 4, that you would say you would put right up there with them. And I know I'm leaving out that guy with the Cincinnati Bengals, but I'm starting to be a lot more out on Joe Burrow than people are in on him. And a lot of that has to do with the weapons he's been gifted with since he's entered the league and also his inability to stay healthy. Who am I forgetting about that can elevate to top 5 status like I believe Cam Ward will?
Well, elevate the top 5 status or still hanging on and will drop out of top 5 status because right now Matt Stafford's playing some pretty good football.
He won't be around in like 2 years. I'm talking about even if the Titans do figure out head coach, it won't start until next year and it still will be a learning curve. I'm not talking – it's not happening overnight. So Stafford's going to be gone.
Justin Herbert.
Herbert will be in the conversation.
Yeah, I think that what he's put on tape throughout his career so far is now equating to wins and losses in a good way, positive way, because like you've been talking about, finally got that right man under the headset with Jim Harbaugh at head coach.
Now, he's got to do it, though. We can't still continue to just gift him rankings because we like his tape. He still has to do it, and Cam Ward has a long way to go as well. I'm not gifting him anything either. I'm predicting he gets to that level. And Justin Herbert has had many chances so far. I still want to see it. Who else, when it comes to young quarterbacks in this league, do you put in that space?
Well, you were throwing the word young in there. I'm still clinging to the old guys.
Give me some old guys then. Kyler Murray,
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott is a solid one. That dude's been carving them up.
Yeah, he's kind of had the Joe Burrow situation of last year, where his defense is so bad that these passing numbers are going to be ridiculous, and he might lead the league in a lot of those critical passing statistics that are based on necessity and not necessarily prowess.
I think Cam Ward could be better, especially you give that dude some talent in the draft this upcoming year. You get a guy like Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. Like there's guys, Carnell Tate out of Ohio State. You give him more on the outside, especially some that are younger with more burst than what Calvin Ridley has. Defenses will fear that Titans offense in a way in which I don't think defenses feel the same way about some of the other guys you're naming right now.
Baker Mayfield
is undoubtedly right now in the top 5. He's a top 5 quarterback right now.
Yeah, he's playing top 5 quarterback football this season.
It's crazy. He's an MVP candidate. It's him, Mahomes, and Cameron Wolf joined us yesterday to tell us that Bijan Robinson should be in the conversation, and I can't knock him. It's a quarterback award, but Bijan has been the most valuable Falcon, and they're good. We're going to bring Evan Cohen on. Maybe we'll see who he thinks can enter that space. He's going to join us on the Baptist Health Hotline. 888-760-3776. You know how to get on the Baptist Health Hotline. That's how you join the good people and join the conversation. I also need you to know, though, it's more than just about the Baptist Health Hotline and joining the conversation. I need you to be taking care of your body. I need you to be, if you feel soreness, if you feel aches, if your joints aren't necessarily moving and being able to be orchestrated in the way in which you once were able to do so, I want to welcome you to being treated like a pro with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. That's right. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our team is expert involved, and they deliver the same advanced care trusted by the professionals. Get back to the life and the activities that I know you and your family and your kids and your significant other, all of you love doing. Get back to that life. You don't want to hold it off any longer. To learn more about how you can regain your health, restore your body, put some WD-40 on those joints, go online, baptisthealth.net/ortho. It's the place to go. They are the people to see. They will treat you like a professional athlete. I know you're not. Maybe you peaked in college. Maybe you peaked in high school. Either way, your body certainly can use the help from Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, and they're going to treat you as if you peaked like a franchise quarterback, like a ace pitcher.
Just a little bit later.
BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Yeah, just a little later.
You get back on the tennis courts, and you will look like Nadal.
Yes. Maybe if you have a Nadal costume. BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Evan Cohen's on the other side from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN 106.3. We'll pick his brain on the MVP race and more. Of course, we got to talk about the Miami Heat season because next time I do talk to them, they're going to be already tipping off the regular season. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedic care. With 2 convenient locations in West Palm Beach and Wellington. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida. Choose better, move better.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Are you tired of the hassle of buying a car? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, we're changing the game. No pushy salespeople here, just friendly product specialists here to help you find the perfect buy. With over 500 vehicles in stock and a goal to sell 250 by month's end, that means incredible deals are waiting for you. Forget the back and forth negotiations. Once you pick your dream Kia, you'll work with one manager the entire time, making decisions on the spot for a smooth, stress-free experience. We'll even handle the paperwork, your tags, insurance, and every detail. Need help learning all the features? We'll schedule a post-delivery session when it's convenient for you. And if you can't make it in, we'll bring a new Kia right to your home or office for a test drive. Plus, for a limited time, you'll see the factory invoice right on the windshield of every car in the showroom. Visit Greenway Kia today or shop online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today, kick off your game day comfort, and don't sweat the small stuff.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Brought to you by FDOT.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing. Visit banyanonline.com and discover how your business's printing materials can get bigger and better.
Wing Wednesday, brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Mas Plus by Messi is hydration plus more. A beverage like no other, made to give everyone an extra boost of positivity and inspiration every day. Created by Lil Messi, Mas Plus delivers a balanced blend of electrolytes with natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners or colors, no caffeine, and only 1 gram of cane sugar, plus vitamins with no compromise on quality ingredients. Floridians can purchase Mas Plus by Messi at key retailers across Florida or online at masbymessi.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Russell Westbrook and the Sacramento Kings, it was reported today, linking up for the NBA season. He's signing a one-year deal with the Kings. It'll be his 18th NBA season. The 9-time NBA All-Star Russell Westbrook ring chasing in Sacramento, in Sacktown. Seacats on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. This is Theoretically Speaking. Joining us now, and I'm sitting in the Evan Cohen studios, is none other than Evan Cohen himself, Unsportsmanlike's very own, and also a proud purveyor of Heat culture. And I saw you squinch your face up a little bit. If you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm, you don't think Westbrook, little ring chase action going to Sacktown?
Yeah. So I'm playing this. I'm playing this out in my head. When you're saying ring chasing, I'm like, well, okay. He's married and famously married because he and his wife, I mean, I don't know, but everybody says like, oh, you want to talk about the real relationship, the greatest relationship? Go talk about Russell Westbrook and his significant other. I'm not trying to get personal. I'm just saying they have a great,
the greatest compliments you can get.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying like that's what you dream of. Is like,
yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about great marriage? Go ask Russell Westbrook. So I'm like, he's not chasing that ring. What ring are you talking about exactly?
Talking about championships, dog. Russell Westbrook puts winning above all else. Now, obviously, the Kings. I'm looking right now to see what their odds are to win. Okay, plus 50,000. It's 50. That's a lot of. Okay, so probably not going to win a ring this year with the Kings, but maybe he hits the veteran buyout. He shows how good he could be with the Kings. Gets some minutes in Sacktown. Veteran buyout market. Joins a team that is contending, and there you go, through the roof.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is a debate I've had with somebody that I've done shows with, okay? So think about this for a second, Theo. 18-19, he's on the Thunder. 19-20, he's on the Rockets. 2021, he's on the Wizards. Then 2 years on the Lakers. 2 years on the Clippers. 1 year on the Nuggets. And now the Kings. Ooh. That's 7 teams. Since 18-19. So 7 teams in essence over 7 years or so, right?
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook is wanted or not wanted?
That's the thing. He's wanted. He's wanted. And
Josh McCown, every year on a different team in the NFL. Wanted or not wanted?
He's wanted.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, wanted or not wanted?
Definitively wanted.
So if you have a different job in the field you're in, regardless of the field you're in, okay? You have a job, which is hard to have in this world, and every one of us should be thankful we have one, that have a job. But we work at a different company every year, same field. That's wanted or not wanted?
That's wanted. But here's what I'll say, Evan. There's a not even a fine line, but there's a difference between being wanted and being needed. And I think Russell Westbrook is at that stage in his career where, yes, he is wanted for the high energy he can give, the hustle plays, the veteran leadership. I believe he's a great locker room guy. His teammates generally always love him. I know he had the little feud with KD, but that was bigger than hoops.
No, but they're cool.
I know they're good. I'm just saying people will reflect back to the whole cupcake thing and all of that, but they're good now. So there's a line between wanted and needed. And at this stage in his career, he is wanted, he is desired, but he's not necessary for a team to get over the hump unless you're an energy rotational guy short and it's February and you can't get anybody on the trade deadline. And I'm just saying there's a contender that's going to be watching what he does in Sacktown closely to see if he can help them come playoff time.
I mean, maybe, sure. What, are we really talking about Russell Westbrook right now?
Yeah, it's a big day. It's a big day. NFL Week 7 starts tomorrow night. Did you hear the way in which Jamar Chase referred to what he expects to see out of the Steelers on Thursday Night Football?
I did not hear Jamar Chase. I heard Cam Hayward call it the Icy Hot Bowl between Rodgers and Flacco. I heard that.
This is I do wonder if Joe Flacco completes his infinity gauntlet and gets the one last AFC North team under his belt. He started with the Ravens. He played for the Browns. Now he's with the Bengals. It's like the Steelers do invest in old quarterbacks and washed up guys. Maybe he's next when Rodgers leaves.
Next after this year.
Tomlin was already jealous. Tomlin was jealous that the Bengals went and got him.
Can I tell you that comment that Tomlin made this week was, I think, top 5 most surprising comments of 2025 made by someone in sports.
Can we let's play it right quick, Evan? Okay, for those that missed it, Mike Tomlin, he made a comment, specifically name dropped another team's general manager, which was shocking to me, about the trade that went on between the Bengals and the Browns.
You know, to be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
Evan, when you heard that,
I couldn't believe it. We spent a good 10 minutes on Sportsmanlike on, when was that? That would have been Tuesday, probably. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, yep.
Yesterday, talking about that. Who are you waving to? I see you waving to someone.
I'm sorry. Keep talking. Don't be distracted. This is
you're just waving other people.
I was at the Breakers this morning for the Palm Beach Chamber, and we did the moderated the event. You love the Breakers, by the way. Every time you come to Palm Beach County, you're in the Breakers. So don't judge me for it. But some of the ladies who I met post panel with our guy Steve Policiner, they saw me right here in the City Place in the Evan Cohen Studios. What is this right here? Breakers football? You stay there so often they gave you a commemorative football?
I have these chocolate boxes that they give me that I have without the chocolate in it. I have a Breakers football that I keep in my office here.
I know what I'm going to ask you for Christmas now.
I just fumbled the ball.
You fumbled the. Oh my goodness! Come on, Ramondre Stevenson. No,
that's not right.
That's too close to home.
That's too low. That's too soon. How dare you do that? That is wrong. What you just did. That is really actually wrong. That hurts. That hurts me.
That's your guy. You're a Patriots fan, Evan. Do you think? And by the way, yes, I will be asking you for your Breakers Connect come Christmas time. Do you think that
you're not getting to come Christmas time? That's the hardest time to get in there. I'll be staying there for a week. What were you saying? All right, let me answer the Tomlin thing very quickly.
Yeah. Back to Tomlin.
Tomlin is as buttoned up and as proper publicly as any person ever in sports. He never throws anyone under the bus. He's never insulting towards anyone. He is always point the thumb, not the finger, right? Mike Tomlin is clearly so annoyed that he's playing against Joe Flacco Thursday instead of Jake Browning that he went after the Browns general manager who has nothing to do with this game. And oh, by the way, Tomlin would have done the same damn thing if somebody called Mike Tomlin and said, hey, we want to give you a pick for someone you have no intention of ever playing again. Are you interested? Tomlin would have driven the guy there himself.
Yeah.
I get it. You had Flacco there to start the season, but that's like Belichick getting up there and saying, all right, so here's our game plan for this week. We're going to go over the game plan we're going to have up against, Cal as they're playing for North Carolina. But I thought that was wild this week. Wild.
The thing that's most intriguing about it, and C-Cat and I went back and forth on this, is Tomlin is obviously mad about this because he is actually fighting for the same thing that the Cincinnati Bengals believe they are fighting for, and that is playoff contention or the actual division. No. Whereas the Browns, I'm saying the Bengals feel like they're fighting for that. The Browns have counted themselves out of it. And the Browns are like, if you'll give me anything for this guy that's never going to start for us again, I don't care if it helps you to go out and compete for the division, which again, like I agree with you, it won't really help you as much as you think it will. I want the value to help my team for 2026 because that's what they care about.
100%.
I like the trade.
100%. Let's take it to you and I as Heat fans, right? And I hate to do this negatively, but for the sake of this conversation we're having, let's just say, for argument's sake, the Heat fall out of it. And Pat Riley says, you know what? We're going to sell off some pieces. We're going to look to get some future assets. And they trade guys to either the Hawks or the Magic, who I know divisions don't matter. But
I would just pick a rival. Pick a rival. Pick a rival. Pick the Celtics. Say the Celtics. That would make it mean more.
If the Heat start so you want to go rival versus division. Okay. So if the Heat, hypothetically, Jason Tatum comes back early, Celtics are like, oh, we're close. I don't give a crap if I'm giving the Celtics better players. If I'm taking their young players and I'm taking their picks, I don't care who wins the championship as long as it's not. If it's not my team, I don't want it to be anyone else.
Yeah.
So I don't care who wins it at that point.
I will say I would be a little more irked as a fan if the piece to get them over the hump to a championship for the Celtics was a Heat player. But what I will say is I do believe that a guy like Pat Riley will tax them for it. So if we're going to be better in the future because of it, I'm cool with that because the Celtics can likely find that same level of peace elsewhere in the league. And if the Heat players who they want more, then guess what? You're spending $1.25 on a dollar. That's all I ask.
Theo, the players at this point in their careers are not comparable. But this happened last year, right? Saquon left the Giants and went to the Eagles. The Giants didn't trade him there, but the Giants allowed him, in essence, to go to the Eagles by not giving him the contract that he wanted. And a lot of people are like, I can't believe he went to the Eagles to win the title. No, you should be mad that you drafted a running back in the top 5. That's what you should be mad about. Not where he went to win a title, that you drafted a running back in the top 5. Have you heard of Rico Dowdle on the Carolina Panthers? The guy's unbelievable. I have no idea where he was drafted other than to know not in the top 5.
Yeah.
You can find running backs, and that should be your issue if you're a fan, right? If you're Tomlin, just beat the Bengals tomorrow night. Who cares where Flacco how he got there? Wouldn't you rather Flacco than somebody good? Like, what if you got Kirk Cousins?
Who should be more efficient, though?
What if they got Russ, who knows that team inside and out from the Giants, and he goes to the Bengals, and he's great with the deep ball, and he's going up against Jamar Chase, obviously, or going with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins against you. Yeah. Like, what are we doing here? I was stunned by that this week. Stunned.
I do think the weird thing for the Bengals is that they settled on Joe Flacco as the guy as you keep on lifting your Breakers football. I don't like the thought of, there's so many other guys that were out there, like you said, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, who have actually been at least marginally better recently. Now, Russ left the bad taste in everybody's mouth. I'm not sure he ever starts another NFL game after the way he went out on primetime television, throwing the ball away twice in the red zone with a chance to try and score a big touchdown.
I'm not
saying
you
think he will?
Yeah. Not
where? Who? Okay, like a backup.
No, for the Giants, because I don't want to project injury.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart plays in a way that if he was banged up, it's believable. I don't want to project injury. I'm just saying he's young, he's a rookie, and he's so energetic, and he's been awesome for the Giants. But there are and I was at that game on Thursday night against the Eagles. There are moments where he kind of takes off, and you're like, oh God, just slide, please. If you're a Giants, just get down. Just get down.
I agree with you on that. I was talking about that. That was my biggest takeaway from the Eagles-Giants game. It wasn't that the Giants doubled them up and beat a divisional rival and the Eagles looked terrible. I'm like, yo, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo play every single play. It's like it's their last, and only one of those dudes is built to play that way. The other guy's 6'2", 220. He's not Josh Allen's size, so I am concerned.
Yeah, you and I are critiquing them, but at the same time, I know I'm talking about both sides of my mouth. It's like, it's like you can't tell a guy, please less effort. You got to just be smarter with your effort, I guess.
Yeah, be smarter. I mean, that's kind of what franchise quarterbacks are being preached, I'm sure, in the quarterback rooms already. They don't need to wait and tune in to Unsportsmanlike or Theoretically Speaking to hear from one of us. Speaking of, we have Evan Cohen joining us here on a Wednesday here on Theoretically Speaking. A little football talk here. I want to get back to one thing I heard on Unsportsmanlike earlier this week. You had Adam Schefter on. He talked about how he expects a high volume of trades. I believe the number he said was 15 or so before the trade deadline.
15 from this point on, because there's already been a few last week, obviously.
Who do you think is that one team in the NFL? Because your Patriots are better than people expected to this point. There's a team like the Colts who are really stinking good.
Yeah.
Who do you think is one of those teams that you're highlighting as, okay, if there's going to be 15 trades, they need to be involved in at least one of them?
On the incoming or outgoing?
Incoming, not outgoing. We know the teams that are the team that needs to be trading dudes away is right in our backyard.
Yeah,
so
it's 45 minutes away from the studio right now. Bills, I would say, incoming. So they have a bye this week, which means, I guess, theoretically speaking, you could make that deal right now. Get a guy in your building for a week and a half before he has to play a game, right? So, and they're 4-2. New England has the tiebreaker. And let's be honest, at some point, if you don't get deep enough, which is the Super Bowl, are the people who are running the team going to get to continue to run the team or coach the team? So the way I look at it, if you're the Buffalo Bills, I don't think you should have your upcoming first-round pick by the time the trade deadline rolls around. I think you should use it now, and you should tell a team, we want a wideout of high level, and we want a defender of high level, and we're going to give you our first-round pick. For example, again, kind of going full circle here, call the Dolphins. I don't care if it's in division if you're the Dolphins. And say, we want Jalen Waddle, we want one of Phillips or Chubb, and we'll give you our first.
Wow.
Dolphins have to make that deal. They could say, oh, we need more than that. Take a first rounder and just end it.
I think the only issue with that is the Dolphins do view Jalen Waddle as a person who's a part of their future, whereas they'd be more willing to trade off a Bradley Chubb or maybe even a Jalen Phillips because he's at a position that's more replaceable. Waddle is also at a position that you and I'm starting to come over to your side, looking at receiver as a more replaceable position. I still value it highly. I just think that the level of athlete that we're getting left and right at that position in college football and in the NFL. I mean, look at Malachi Tony with the Miami Hurricanes. That dude is starting the NFL today.
100%. He's insane.
Like, it's crazy.
But also think about like where success comes from. Let's use your team in Kansas City. Yes, Worthy's a first-round pick. Rashee Rice was drafted in what round?
Second round.
Okay. Tyquan Thornton was a second-round pick by New England, flamed out, and has been good for them. Juju obviously has bounced around the league, come back to Kansas City here. Like, you don't need Jefferson and Chase to win it all as long as the quarterback is of a level that you expect to be great. And like in Buffalo's case, they have that. In New England's case, as an incoming team, they have that. Miami does not, right? So having a wide receiver like that really doesn't do anything when you don't have an elite quarterback, or you don't like it. Just Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are there to make up for the deficiencies of the quarterback, who's a disaster. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and I do wonder how
I
much.
don't know how anyone still is all in on Tua. I don't understand it.
I think that, and I'm sure I'm not the only one saying it. This weekend, if the Dolphins don't beat the Browns and also look good on offense, I think that Mike McDaniel's job is it's probably over with. Like, this is a win or go home game for Mike McDaniel when it comes to keeping his position as the head coach. I don't think it's all the way fair because I don't think he's the entirety of the problem, but the situation around Miami over the past 3 years has been so volatile, and it's starting to pour out of the mouth of Tua. He's using the media like therapy. I feel like this is it for Mike McDaniel if he can't get it done against the Browns.
I tend to agree. I want to bring up one other thing. So Chris Canty got attacked on social media this week by many Dolphins reporters and fans because he brought up the idea of shutting down Tua to protect against injury guarantees moving forward, which is both for 26 and 27. Two things came up. One, people kept saying, well, they have insurance on the contract. Cool. They don't have insurance on the cap.
Yeah.
That's not Canty's not worried whether or not Stephen Ross can afford the money going to Tua. It's whether or not injuries cause cap guarantees past next season. Number two, the response was, well, who do you want them to go to? Okay, let's stop there for a second. Theo, Dolphins fans that you speak to every single day on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN West Palm. When those Dolphins fans heard that Geno Smith signed with the Seahawks a few years ago, what'd they say? They laughed, probably, right?
Yeah.
When Sam Darnold signed with the Vikings to be a starter, they probably laughed.
Hey,
when Daniel Jones signed with the Colts to be the starter and beat out Florida's Anthony Richardson, they probably laughed. When Baker Mayfield signed with the Bucks, they probably laughed. So while Zach Wilson was an utter disaster with the Jets, I would rather try Zach Wilson out to see if I have the next version of the reclamation quarterback than continue to play Tua and have Tua meet with the media as the face of my franchise. I'm done with that. I'd rather give Zach Wilson a shot.
But do you see how that very statement just shows how desolate it is in Miami? You just came to the conclusion that though we have a $50 million quarterback in-house, I'd rather give Zach Wilson a shot. I think his last good football game happened in South Florida at the Boca Raton Bowl, Evan.
I was there. Let me ask you this, though, Theo. What would you do? Let's play out your hypothetical. They lose to the Browns this week. Theo Dorsey is saying, I think, unfortunately, you're not rooting for somebody to lose his job, but I think, unfortunately, if they lose to the Browns, they drop to 1-6, that Mike McDaniel probably gets axed. I also don't know that Anthony Weaver, who was the obvious replacement because of just the fight, the excitement, the fact that he was an NFL player, I don't know that he takes over with how bad the defense is. So maybe they go Darrell Bevel. I think he's on the staff, former Wisconsin quarterback, and he's been an interim coach in the league for the Lions. And it was a great story about him if he does become the head coach. I think he, by accident, gave away his daughter's engagement once. His son-in-law told him he was going to propose to the daughter, and he, by accident, told the daughter prior to the son-in-law engaging or asking for her hand in marriage. CCAT can look that up. I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Anyway, so what's his first? What's his first move? You go into Tua and say, "Hey, I'm going to make this work," or you're like, "Listen, I want to actually look good here." Zach Wilson, nobody can be good with you. Let me give you a try. Why not?
Why not? I can't. The only reason why I say I can't vouch for that is because Tua. The issue with Tua is he's good enough to convince a franchise to give him $50 million a year, but he's not great enough to take you over that hump and validate said contract. So if I'm trying to win today, if I'm trying to look good as an interim coach, I think Tua still gives you your best shot. I would, though, feel comfortable. I think it's more likely Mike McDaniel turns to a Zach Wilson and tries to park Tua to try and save his operation and save his job than the interim, just because I do think Tua's not as bad as we're making him out to be. He's just good enough to have the level of expectations to where we're now mad at the outcome, which is like a victim of your own success.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. You're in bad shape when you're on the Dolphins website looking at their assistant coaches. They do have Eric Stootsville, who was associate head coach, who was the Broncos interim coach, I believe, for a little bit also. So they have guys that could be there. Anthony Weaver, as I mentioned, but like this is a bad situation. It really is a bad situation. And you know what the worst part about it is? When you say going in, like let's say you and your wife are going out one night and you're invited to a party, and this is a young crew, right? Just for argument's sake. And not that you guys are old, but it's a young crew and they're doing things that like young people do. And you say to your wife, like, this is not going to end well. We're going to go there. We're going to say hi to everybody. We're going to look at this person, look at that person, and be like, we can't be around this. People know who I am. I'm Theo Dorsey. I can't associate with this. This is going to end. We know this is not going to end well. And then an hour in, the cops show up. And you're like, well, I told you this was going to. Why did we go here? That's the Dolphins. You knew this was going to be a mess. No one thought otherwise. Everyone thought this was going to be a mess. And it's a mess. The cops showed up in less than an hour. We're not even 7 games in. Am I wrong?
You're right. Do they? Is there any precedent for a team not finishing out the regular season?
Voluntarily? We're good. Can we just get started for next year?
We want to preserve our bodies. There's guys out here, they have contracts on the line. They got families to feed. I feel bad for the Dolphins right now.
That's an amazing idea. I mean, it would not probably be received well by most, including the two of us, once they do it. But conceptually, if the Miami Dolphins could just fast forward to next year, I believe they would.
Yes. Immediately. Evan Cohen, I appreciate your time. I look forward to next time we talk. What's going to be NBA season going to be tipped off. We'll talk a lot more Miami Heat. So I'm looking forward to that, man.
When you say we'll talk a lot more Miami Heat, does that mean I'm actually going to be on your podcast about the Heat?
Well, theoretically speaking as well, you'll be. That was C-Cat that did the buzzer, by the way. He's right, but that was wrong of him to do it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, please fire away.
You know, as the man who's done a hell of a job with Racetrack and all of your videos and all of your social media and all of the high school partnership that ESPN West Palm has with Racetrack.
Second shoe's going to drop. All right.
How do you feel about the fact that Colin Russo has tried to upstage you as the face of Racetrack racing against the mascot? Were you offended by that?
No, he's hungry. You know, he's young. He's hungry. He wants to prove his value outside of Racetrack in particular. So I took no offense to it. He helped me a lot on Friday shooting that video.
Interesting, because Theo and I were talking over the weekend. He placed a call to me.
Yeah.
He said, "How about Colin?" I said, "What happened now?" He said he's really trying to steal that endorsement away from CCAT. And Theo said it's the right move. He doesn't think CCAT does a good job with it. That's what he said. He said that CCAT could do better with his Friday night videos on Instagram. I thought everybody liked them. Theo said everyone likes Racetrack. They don't like CCAT.
It's the
You
Racetrack.
got to do better. You got to do better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will take that into consideration, and it'll fuel me this week.
Fuel you.
Where do you get the fuel?
Racetrack, both for my body and my car.
Evan, thank you for fueling up CCAT on this hump day, and then thank you for the time in the game. We will be talking Heat next time you jump on, so I appreciate you, dog.
Thank you as always.
That is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. with Chris Canty, the Super Bowl champ, and Michelle Smallman, the St. Louis Cardinals / Green Bay Packers fan. And CCAT is fueled up by Racetrack, but I know one thing that all of us get fueled up energy-wise, food-wise, and a great location to watch games-wise when you pull up to a Duffy's Sports Grill. Duffy's has it all for you this football season. Everything you could want, your great soul could desire, including a full roster of new football features like barbecue pulled pork nachos, hand-cut tortilla chips, slow-cooked pork shoulder with Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, some barbecue rub, jalapenos on top of that thing. How about a Duffy's Double Smash Burger? 2 certified Angus beef patties smashed with caramelized onions and topped with melty aged sharp cheddar on an artisan bun. You can get that burger with some touchdown tots, 2 different kinds of ways. You got the buffalo chicken touchdown tots. You got the OG cheeseburger tots. I'm like 10 years away from people calling me OG. Plus, Duffy's award-winning wings now tossed in 17 different flavors to choose from. 17 different flavors. One for every win the Titans are going to have next regular season. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. Game day buckets all season long. Go to your favorite Duffy Sports Grill. Find out how close it is to your house. Mark it as a favorite in your chosen Maps app. And get there as early and often as possible because nobody does football season like Duffy's. Visit your local Duffy Sports Grill. Duffy's, our game is always on. You believe that? You believe what Evan said about the Racetrack call?
No, because I checkmated Evan through our text just now. I completely stuffed him in a locker. He won't admit to it, but I did.
Okay, good. I can't wait to see. You know what? Maybe he'll admit to it off the air, because he's a genuine guy. We'll see. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. The happy hour is next here on Theoretically Speaking as we welcome in Tina on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Step inside the Gardens Mall to witness Halloween magic. On Saturday, October 25th, bring the little monsters to the Kids Club Spooky Soiree. Wear your costume to the Grand Court and indulge in offers from participating stores starting at noon. Booga and Hooga will also be in the house for a special performance at 1 p.m. Stick around afterwards to have your photo taken with the stars of the show. Fun is brewing at the Gardens Mall. You don't want to miss it.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Tina, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hey, Colin, what's up?
How's the gym?
It's been great. I'm seeing results. My sports certified Vitacost products have made a world of difference.
Oh, same. Isn't it great? Vitacost is basically the reason I've been able to keep up with Ironman training. Everything you need is in one place for my BCAAs, protein, and electrolytes. Best part, it's all clean and free of banned substances.
Go re-up on your supplements today. Visit Vitacost.com and use code ESPN20 for 20% off. Level up your game with Vitacost.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Two of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
Wing Wednesday, brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and I'm dropping the gloves. Your new home for the back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers is ESPN 106.3. Tonight, this is one you'll feel. Panthers, Red Wings. We set the tone at 7, live from Detroit on ESPN 106.3.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. It is a hump day. We are into the Ides of October, October 15th at 2 Brute. That is what some NFL coaches will likely be saying this weekend as they are on the hot seat and can lose their job. I think it's a loser goes home game between the Browns and the Dolphins this weekend. Both teams excited to see each other on the other one's schedule. It's going to be exciting times in football. And then you got guys like C-Cat, who's on the other side of the glass on the 1s and 2s. and fans of the Titans who have already fired their head coach and are looking forward to see who's next.
Yeah, I feel like loser leaves town, but is the loser of Dolphins Browns actually the winner?
Oh, man.
Because not only are you improving your draft pick for next year, but you are putting the nail in the coffin that people are projecting to happen.
Pretty good. What up, Tina? Tina joins us here on a happy hour on Theoretically Speaking on a hump day, and that was pretty good by him. He's right.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Winning can be losing when winning is. It's almost like when the Giants won that playoff game against the Vikings, and then they gave Daniel Jones $40 million a year when he wasn't at the time ready for that, because now he's good. It's kind of the Daniel Jones story is going to be a weird one to reflect on, because we can't, out of one side of our mouths, ridicule, make fun of, and berate the Giants for making that decision, and then also look at what he's doing with the Colts this year and say, oh, no, Daniel Jones is good again. Like maybe Brian Daboll saw something.
Yeah, exactly. He saw something was in there with Daniel Jones. And wasn't Brian Daboll also lauded for being very good with quarterbacks in general?
He was. That he helped Josh Allen become who he is.
Exactly. And now we're talking about guys like Baker Mayfield, who came out of a couple of bad organizations, bad situations, got to the right organization with the right situation, and is blossoming beautifully into an MVP candidate in 2025.
I like it.
Different with Daniel Jones, because he was with a quarterback whisperer, and he had the potential that he's showing right now, at least through week 6.
That's the thing about Daniel Jones. Maybe he's just really good in really good situations. He needs to be in the perfect Daniel Jones situation, and he can thrive.
Is the Colts like a really good situation?
It is. It is. Really good offensive line, great play caller in Shane Steichen. You have an elite running back behind you, so you can lean on the run game. They have several pass-catching options, which I think are underrated. Tyler Warren, already proving to be one of the best tight ends in the league as a rookie out of your alma mater, Penn State. You got Josh Downs, one of the better slot receivers in the NFL. People think that he's underutilized in that role. Michael Pittman, some of the most sure hands as an outside receiver and a very good security blanket as a wideout. Big target to throw to. And then you got Alec Pierce deep down the field. Adonai Mitchell is one of their worst receiving weapons, and you saw what he did on that should have been touchdown.
So
pretty good.
That makes Anthony Richardson even more of an absolute bust in the history of the NFL.
He's done. I don't think that dude, it's got to be over with at this point. When Danny Dimes swoops in and takes your job a year after they benched you for Joe Flacco, it's over with. Like Dylan Gabriel just got his spot over Flacco. Dylan Gabriel. Tina, you always bring us something to cheers to. You always bring us a nice cocktail of the day. And I got to wash out the taste of talking about all these bad, mediocre quarterbacks. I need something to wash it back with.
I don't really know if you're going to like today's.
Oh, that's
so. I don't know if you're going to use this cocktail to
do
that.
Not a palate cleanser.
Not really. Whenever I find these cocktails, I try to make it something relatable going on, or it's a national day, something.
Or what you had for breakfast.
Right.
Or
what happened in Tina's life.
Yeah.
Yes, And today, I was looking at the national days, and today is National Cheese Curd Day.
Oh, I love cheese curds.
I love cheese curds.
Those hot cheese curds that you get at the South Florida Fair.
Yeah, they're supposed to squeak. If the cheese curd squeaks when you bite it, it's a good cheese curd.
Yes.
I don't care what the sound makes. I just like the
No,
taste.
No, but there's
matters.
a correlation there.
What's the correlation?
It's not that the squeak improves the cheese curd.
Right.
It's that you can tell it is a good cheese curd when it squeaks.
Is that the only food that people judge by the sound it makes?
No.
What other foods do you listen to before you judge it?
Different kinds of crunches.
Okay.
You need a good crunch.
Sound of it, though?
Yes.
All right. We'll agree to disagree.
So I couldn't find a cheese curd cocktail.
Unfortunately.
Thank God.
And, they had some Bloody Marys that would go with a cheese curd, but I've done a Bloody Mary before. So I found a lemon curd cocktail.
Ew.
Yeah. It's
put it back.
It's vanilla vodka, lemon curd, which it has its own recipe on how to make that, and then fresh lemon juice. And that's it.
What is lemon curd? Is lemon curd what I think it is?
I know.
Because I'm wondering if
it looks pretty.
Because cheese curd could mean that the cheese is curded. I'm not sure what the curding process is, but it could mean that there's no cheese involved in this. To curd cheese, does that involve other dairy products? Is it just frying it?
Is it the same thing as milk curdling?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, because I'm thinking like if it's cheese curd and a lemon curd, then I'm just tasting lemon, but that it's been through the process of curding.
Oh, no. This just says it's lemon, sugar, eggs, and unsalted butter.
Okay, it's fine. So, all right, give me the cocktail again, please, because that changes everything. There's no cheese involved.
Vanilla vodka,
Okay.
lemon curd, and fresh lemon juice.
Not
It's just
bad.
very lemony.
Not bad. It has nothing to do with cheese curd stuff.
No, but it just had curd in it.
Okay.
So that's how I got the cocktail of the day. It's because it's National Cheese Curd Day. And I came across a lemon curd cocktail.
I like it. And you know what? They're not serving up lemon curd cocktails. Oof. Whew. All right. They're not serving that up at Vitacost, but they are serving up better things for your body.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to find on Vitacost Sport Certified Marketplace a lemon curd cocktail, but I bet they have lemon flavored pre-workout or protein shakes, maybe some protein bars. You have so many options at Vitacost.com and their Sport Certified Marketplace. It helps me get my nutrition and my supplements to be able to go to the gym throughout the week, get ready for a race that I'm training for. I love the fact that I can do different brands from the website, not just go to one spot and get everything the same. There's reviews there if I want to try something new. Vitacost.com. When you're checking out, use the code ESPN20, ESPN20 for 20% off your order at Vitacost.com.
It's the place to go to get your body right. And now that I'm back in that gym, Tina,
you got to go.
I need to tap in. I need to give me
No,
some pre-workout. I need to give me some protein. What's up?
Theo, you keep on using this phrase. Now that I'm back in that gym. You did it today and you did it yesterday. I did not call you out on the air yesterday, but I made sure to make a point of it. You can't say I am back in that gym when you go to the gym for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, right. Like, what is the,
Gotta
how
complete a week.
consistent do you have to be?
Got to complete a week.
I say 2 weeks. Isn't
Whoa.
you do something for 2 weeks and it's a habit?
True. That's true.
Yeah, that's Theo. He's back in the gym.
Yeah,
Like,
but I speak it into existence
you
as
went
I'm
to
still
the
in the
gym.
process of doing.
Now that I went to the gym,
I'm back in the gym though. That's my mindset. My mindset isn't on one day. You know when they tell when people are trying to quit something, they say you don't count how many days you stop doing it. You don't tell people that I'm not doing it right now. You say, no, I no longer drink. I no longer smoke. It's not part of who I am. I don't do it. You don't tell people, oh, I just stopped yesterday. It's a mindset. I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't do heroin
but you
anymore.
need no sense of accomplishment by going to the gym for one day. You
I'm
can't
not
be a
saying I'm
gym goer
accomplished.
now.
I'm a gym goer. Yes, I
I'm
am.
back in the. No, you're
That is
not.
my identity.
You will be a gym goer when
It
you've
is.
gone to the gym for, I don't know, a larger sample size.
You're the arbiter of when I can become a gym goer or not. I was a gym goer. You're acting like it's a new habit.
It's
by
a
the way.
misrepresentation of your current life. Yes, it is.
I used to be in that gym, left and right,
Thank you.
and now I'm back in that gym.
No, now you're trying to get back in that gym.
I'm not trying. I'm doing it.
You made your first effort to get back in that gym, and that included going to the gym for one day. Did you go today?
So you're saying 2 weeks?
Did you go today?
Not yet. I have more day left.
okay.
I had
He had an early morning.
Okay, yeah.
I can vouch for him.
That's true. Yeah, gyms do not open early in the morning, right?
Oh,
Tina?
it's supposed to
Oh,
be
wait, Tina,
4
they do
a.m.?
open in the. Oh, that okay. Never mind.
I did actually miss the gym this morning because I was also at this breakfast
Thank
that
you.
Theo was at.
Yes.
yeah.
'Cause, okay, look. I want the good people to hear that I gave her a ding for that.
So it started at 7:30.
7.
And
I
Theo
had to be there at
earlier.
6:45 to get mic'd up.
Okay, gotcha.
So I would have had to go to work out at like a
4:30 a.m.
4:30 a.m., shower up, get in a suit, all so that I can tell CCAT I'm back in that gym.
Yeah.
Okay, or like I don't know, maybe there was a gym that has 5 a.m. classes that's 45 minutes long. I feel like the time works out.
Yeah, but all right, so 5 a.m. class.
Oh wait,
that's
there's a
45
gym that
minutes
does
long.
do that.
No,
It's called F45. Not even a live read, but it's just a point of fact.
I'm telling you, all right, so if I go to a 5 a.m. class and I get out by 5:45 and I get home by 6:05 and I shower up and I get dressed, I'm going to be late for the breakfast.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't go this morning.
20
I have my
minute drive.
5:15 a.m. class, but I know myself way too well.
Yeah.
I take forever to get ready. And I was like, I unfortunately have to miss today because I had to get a little bit more dressed up today to go be at the breakfast by 7 a.m.
And also, it's not like I was just going to the breakfast as a person sitting down eating breakfast and enjoying myself. I was working. I was
He's the moderator,
a moderator,
and he crushed it.
Thank
So,
you,
so
Tina.
as a gym goer, do you like the gym?
Love the gym. Love the gym. I can't
wait,
live
wait,
without it.
So you don't just like the gym,
Yeah.
you love the gym.
I cannot live and I can't breathe without the gym. This is so essential.
Unless
to
you've
my
got work
soul.
that day, then you can't,
Yeah, not yet.
The day's not over.
The day's not over. See, that's your issue.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love playing golf. I like playing golf.
Okay.
So I change my entire schedule in order to make time for the thing that I love to do. That's why I wake up maybe 3 times a week at 5:20 a.m. to wake up and go play golf. If you truly liked or loved going to the gym, you would do that.
I hit 50 push-ups this morning. Is that good enough for you to get my day started?
You did?
Yes. I hit 50 push-ups most mornings.
Doesn't believe you.
You don't believe me?
What happens? Do you get tired after 40 on some mornings, or do you just
some mornings
get bored?
I forget to do it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So what do you want me to do?
I'll call you a gym goer in a week. Tina, for 2 weeks, she'll call you a gym goer.
Okay.
My standard's a little bit lower for you.
Well, why would your standard be lower? And why are you the main one heckling me? Tina wouldn't even brought it up.
Well, Tina said it takes 2 weeks to be considered someone who's in the gym.
Y'all just some haters on this show, man. You know?
I don't like misrepresentation for our fans. That's all I'm trying to say.
Wasn't the saying if you do something for 2 weeks, it becomes a
It is.
habit?
That's a real
yes,
thing,
Yes. So that's why I'm saying, like, if he's like back, it's like, and he feels that way, it's like, okay, like once you do 2 weeks,
Okay.
you
Then I
really
can
do
say it.
feel like, oh, I gotta go. Like, this is something I need to do.
Can I at least tell myself I'm
Yeah.
back in that gym? I won't
Totally.
tell y'all. Is that fair?
If that helps
All right.
you and
It's like an
motivates you,
affirmation.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm back in that gym.
Just keep it to yourself.
I'm not allowed. Y'all told me to be myself on the radio airway. You know, theoretically speaking, I'm supposed to give my all. I'm supposed to be
Yeah, but
genuine.
sometimes, we want to have these views of ourselves, and then we project out that way, and it's just not as genuine as you might think and want it to be. You want to be a gym goer.
I am a gym goer.
Keep telling yourself that, but don't tell us that. Because if someone's turning the radio dial for the first time ever, or is opening YouTube for the first time ever, they find, theoretically speaking, like, oh, that's Theo Dorsey. Oh, he's a gym goer every day?
That's not
That's
what
crazy.
I've never.
That's awesome.
I never said
I'm going to
that.
see him on High Rocks. He's going to be attesting to the coaching and the trainers at F45
How about
soon,
this?
I bet.
How about this? Daniel Jones is a good quarterback.
We can say that.
Daniel Jones is playing like a good quarterback. You got to complete the season to be a good quarterback.
Okay, so that's your barometer. So it's not
Different for sports and things of that nature.
So if Daniel Jones, if Daniel Jones wants to tell himself in the mirror he's a good quarterback, that's fine. But if he says anything in a press conference, that's where you throw a flag.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I get.
You're
where
not
he's
allowed to
standing.
say it out loud.
Yeah,
That's basically it.
This guy hates affirmations. This guy hates. He hates manifesting.
If you show manifesting or self confidence, you're out of here in my life. You are not the type of person that I want to liken with.
Miserable, man. This is miserable. I don't understand. Why you put the music on me?
Because I want to hear all about Prize Picks.
All right. Well, am I allowed to speak confidently about Prize Picks, or do I have to tone that down for you as well?
You're a Prize Picks player. You can say that in wholehearted confidence, and I will believe you because I know that's true.
I am.
That's true.
And Paul in the YouTube chat says, Theo, keep thinking the way you are. Project Forward. It's called, I can't pronounce that word, and it works.
You're
So thank
a
you, Paul.
professional communicator, and you can't say epigenetics.
You said it wrong.
I'm not.
Epigenetics.
I'm a professional producer.
Well, I'm glad you took a stab at it because now I can see it's epigenetics. I don't know what that means, but we'll have to look it up, and I hope we didn't say a bad word on the air. A good word is Prize Picks. That's a good place to win you money this football season or this hockey season or this basketball season. Whatever sport you love, tap in with Prize Picks. It's the best way to win cash this football season, specifically because I love being inclined, especially on these primetime games, more or less on stat projections. Some players are overhyped. And some players, they might have had a good game. They might be getting good buzz throughout the week. And that stat projection will keep on floating up and up and up and up. That's when I hit less on a player's projection. Then there's the transverse effect. A guy like Travis Hunter, a lot of bad pub around him, hasn't been performing as well on both sides of the football. So his receiving yards stat projection keeps on creeping lower and lower. I hit more on ones like that. That's how it works, more or less. You can stack one player's stat projection in 3 different areas. So like, let's say in basketball, if you got Bam Adebayo, more on 3-pointers attempted, less on points, more on assists. You can play all 3 of those in one lineup, build a lineup between 2 and 6 different stat projections, and win money today. One of my favorite parts is they always put their users first, so withdrawals are fast and secure. TOD. TOD is the promo code. It helps me, but more importantly, it helps you if you plug in promo code TOD. You get $50 in lineups for free with your first $5 lineup played. Again, that's promo code TOD. Play some Prize Picks with us. Screenshot your lineups that win and send them in to me. Don't send me the losers. Don't send me the losing lineups. I don't want my day down. I want to see the winning lineups at Theo Dorsey TV or at ESPN West Palm. Send them to us. And throughout the season, I'll be giving you guys some Prize Picks plays I like for the big-time games. Prize Picks, promo code TOD. And with Prize Picks, it's good to be right. King Dud in the YouTube chat. In that gym.
With a laughing face.
No,
with a laughing face.
No, he's laughing.
In that gym. He might as well put quotation marks there.
That's not what that means. I took that positively. Life is all about perspective.
Yeah, sure.
That's true.
All right.
You know who's got a pretty deep and dark perspective right now?
Who?
Someone who's coaching football in Gainesville.
Oh, no.
Because he might not be able to say that about himself this time next week.
Billy Napier.
The rumors are circling, and after James Franklin got fired, I think some other athletic departments said, wait a second, if they're going to fire James Franklin at Penn State, despite being one drive away from being in the national championship game last year, maybe we got to reevaluate what we want for our future and the standards that we should have for our football program.
They're at home in the swamp. They've got Mississippi State. The gate, like Billy Napier, the time is now. Save your job. Mike McDaniel can do the same this weekend. Billy Napier has a shot to do it. We'll discuss who has a better shot of doing so because it seems like the writing is already on the wall for both of those fellows. And McDaniel's in a much better situation to me because at least he seems to be a coveted guy around the NFL as a play caller. Not sure what's next for Napier if this doesn't work out, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll discuss between Napier and McDaniel who has a better shot of coming out of the darkness on the other side.
We have another comment in the YouTube chat before we button up this conversation about if you're a gym goer or you go to the gym.
Okay.
Charlie says, if you got a gym membership or a gym in your community, you are a gym goer. And that is just categorically false. Like that, it couldn't be further from the truth.
As long as you go to it.
Okay. Yes. Steadily. With a track record of going to it.
Oh, my God.
You can't just have
with a track record.
You can't just have the chain cheap gym membership card in your wallet and just show, see, I'm a member there. I'm a gym goer. It doesn't work like a credit card to get into the lounge of the airport.
Are you? All right, now Charlie is going a little too soft on it, maybe. See, King Dud, he says, no, my guy is in the gym. Thank you, King Dud, for siding with me. At ESPN West Palm, jump in the YouTube chat only if you agree with me and comment. If you agree with CCAT, stay the hell away. But theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Gators fans, you still have 3 chances to catch Florida football live in the Swamp this season. Don't miss homecoming against Mississippi State on October 18th, Military Appreciation Day versus Tennessee on November 22nd, and Florida State for Senior Day on November 29th. Visit FloridaGators.com to get your tickets today.
Your golf tip of the day is presented by the Club at Lost Lake in Hope Sound. Side spin is never good for a putt. Even the slightest rotation left or right can knock your ball offline by feet. To avoid slicing your putt, draw a straight line all the way around your golf ball. Place the ball on the green with the line pointing directly at the hole for a relatively straight putt. When putting, use a smooth pendulum stroke. Hit the ball so that the line rolls end over end. If the line wobbles, side spin is affecting your putt. A great way to practice is with the push drill. Place the putter directly behind the ball and push it straight toward the hole, focusing on a smooth roll. Once you master this, gradually add your backswing to perfect your stroke. A ball that starts online tends to stay online, so take the time to align your shot carefully. Trust the move dramatically. Remember, every detail matters when it comes to precision. For more on memberships, visit the club at lostlake.com.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
ESPN West Palm is on the move. Brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, the most trusted moving company in Florida. You're safe with Safebound.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Wing Wednesday, brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I don't give a damn what C-Cat said. I'm in that gym. How you feel now? Are you intimidated when I do that, C-Cat?
What?
That I said it, I barked at it, and I was kind of like aggressive. Did you tremble a little bit? You nervous?
No. Because I know that there are people that are listening and watching right now that would love to call into the Baptist Health Hotline and explain to you, Theo, and to me, who already knows, that you misrepresent how often your track record of being in the gym is when you say that I'm in that gym.
Well, my guy Randy in the YouTube chat, he says, barely 30 years old, you have your name on your own show in West Palm Beach, Florida. You don't need the gym, young G. You're already muscled up. I'm muscled up.
So, career achievements call someone muscled up?
I don't know, but I'll take it. I got a little muscle too. I got a little definition. I'm about to get there. You just wait, CK. You wait till 2 weeks from now when I'm able to say I'm in that gym, and you're gonna see.
They talk about like bad influences in high school or just in college in general.
Yeah.
Like maybe just, hey, you ever try this drug?
Yeah.
Ooh, sure be a lot cooler if you did. I do that, but like not going to the gym.
You want people to stop going to
like, watch the game on TV. You don't need to get a sweat in.
crab in a bucket. You're just like, come on down with me.
Exactly. Enjoy this big fat cheeseburger. You don't need to watch your calories.
When's the last time you actually have worked out? You missed Tina's birthday workout soiree.
Yeah, you missed
Just
that.
missed it.
I'll catch her 35th birthday.
Yeah.
We circle back on that idea. Last time I worked, I guess junior year of high school in the spring.
No.
Actually, no. Supportive boyfriend in Oklahoma. I went to the gym twice. Our community had a gym, so I was like there on the treadmill and walking.
You know what? You might soon need to make a call to our friends at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, because if you don't work them joints out a little bit, work them muscles out a little bit, keep them flexed up, because you never know when you might be walking down the sidewalk, walking on the escalator, getting out of bed, and all of a sudden you feel a tweak. You feel a little bit of what's that? I feel some pain there. I feel some soreness there. I feel some aches there. Maybe it's for underuse. BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Maybe that's in your future. But CCAP, for those who are also working their muscular system and their skeletal system on a daily basis, and maybe they're feeling some aches because of overuse, that could be a reason as well to step into pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From the weekend warriors to seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the advanced care that you deserve. Get back to doing what you love most. That joint pain, the issues you're having with your body can be solved. Find out how and learn more at BaptistHealth.net/ortho. They treat professional athletes. They treat every patient and person that they work with as a professional athlete. That's why they say, welcome to being treated like a pro. They're not just saying that out of one side of their mouth and giving you sub-treatment. No. Everybody's a major leaguer with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Again, learn more at BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Yeah, we're going to have to get CCAT back in that gym.
I want your opinion on something. So I have been asked before, like, to go on like a gym date.
Nice.
And I didn't really see Cat's face. I already knew CCAT was like, that's disgusting. Like, you should run.
I'm judging you for that right now.
No,
the fact
no,
that someone
no.
was comfortable enough with Tina to say that to Tina, that's an indictment on Tina.
I actually don't think that's crazy, because
Not
if
that
you know
crazy,
me
it
well
happens.
enough, you know that I love the gym, I love fitness and everything. But it definitely, when I'm at the gym, like, that is like my spot. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like then I'm like, oh, I don't know, like I'm not a fan of it, and I know people do it, but I was wondering your thoughts. Like, I denied it.
A gym date with somebody who you weren't already dating, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes, this has been like a first
Like,
date
isn't
almost.
that kind of awkward? Like, you're like trying to work out and then have a conversation. And then also, like, I'll be so honest, like, I'm a sweater at the gym. Like,
Yeah.
I could never be that girl that like wears makeup to the gym or that's like not sweating. I have a towel with me at all times because I just sweat. That's me. And I'm trying to get like a really good workout in.
So
I'm like wiping my sweat, trying to get to know someone. Like, that just doesn't sound great.
I think that you would strike me as the kind of person who would love doing a gym date. Maybe not as a first date, but as an early on date because of how much of a fitness junkie you are.
Yeah, like we can go on a walk.
A walk is more feasible.
Yeah, a walk is better.
Yeah.
Even a run. Like, I wouldn't mind a run.
Nah, run is aggressive.
But
A run, like.
But see, I'm so used to like running with friends, like having a conversation and running, that's normal to me. But working out, like, I enjoy like the loud music at F45 and
Yeah.
focusing on like, oh, I have 45 seconds to get as many reps in and lift heavy. I'm like, I don't want to have a conversation with you unless like I have friends at the gym and we like have casual conversations throughout, but that's different. They're my friends.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Tina. Because like, if I was single and someone proposed they come along with me when I play golf,
Okay.
I would be like, no, please, no.
That's your spot.
Yeah,
But
that's
what if
me.
what if she was a golfer and she
Yeah.
really she loves golf like you do? Because think about it, two fitness junkies, I'm sure for two people whose lives center around fitness, a gym date within the first 3 dates is probably happens way more than we would assume.
Yeah, or like you date your trainer at your gym. Like that would make sense.
That's aggressive.
You do
Been there,
what?
done that. No thanks.
You've done that? That people date their trainers?
That was a little inside left hook.
Wow.
Fighting in a phone booth with that joke.
That was a good one. That's pretty good. Yeah, all right, CK.
I know. Uh-huh.
Damn, this guy's good.
Exactly. Creativity. But the thing is, like, when golf's not going well, you become a undesirable person to, like, I don't know, think as like a partner. Or maybe when you're bench pressing and you're not as attractive as you might want to look for someone you're making a first impression on.
Lower stakes at a gym than in a golf course, I will say. You're less likely to make a fool out of yourself at the gym doing a gym date than a golf course date. Because, like, if you are stinking it up and you're very
I'm not even saying that my golf game would be bad. I think that my attitude and my demeanor would not be in the condition that I would want it to be if I'm talking to a prospective girlfriend.
because it's not casual. Golf is not a casual thing for you. You care about this a lot, and you're going to be locked into playing golf.
Right. And you're sitting there and and you're on the tee box and you're mad. And you
That's what I'm
throw
saying.
the club in the bag and you don't like. Yeah.
Which happens to you at least once around at this point.
Exactly. You do something you don't want to do, and you have that visceral reaction that you can't filter. And especially if they aren't really aware of golf and stuff, they won't realize that that's kind of normal. And I'm actually very low key and not that demonstrative on the golf course.
Yeah.
But I have a percentage of that won't be understood unless you've played.
Yeah, like I just don't think I could do like a gym date like the first few times. Like I need to like know that like we vibe, like like it could be just like casual and I'm like comfortable. It's like it couldn't be like a first few dates. It'd have to be like almost like dating.
Yeah, you had to be dating. You had to be like an actual item, a thing. And then at
Yeah.
that point, it's not a gym date.
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
going to
then
the
it's
gym.
yeah.
Exactly. You don't need to worry about your appearance.
No,
Yeah. I get it.
I've brought my girlfriend to the golf course, and it doesn't happen that often because
Well,
I'll
you
be in a
injured
bad
her one
mood.
time, didn't you? Didn't you get injured on the golf course with you?
Yes, we did that classic boyfriend-girlfriend thing where one side tries to get more invested and involved in what the girlfriend or the boyfriend's into, and it caused like hospital bills and x-rays.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, guy got really mad after a bet. No. no. She hurt her wrist.
He got mad about laughing about Mark Sanchez. This guy's got to get his priorities in check.
She hurt her wrist, overuse. You had her golfing too often. That's the issue.
I didn't have don't blame me on that. What are you talking about?
You're an addict. You're a golf addict.
You are a golf addict.
I want to be a good boyfriend and I want to improve my golf game. This was 3 years ago when I wasn't with the Kaiser Golf Coaching Center. And I was just, what's that that illustration where the guy's pushing this boulder up a hill and it's very heavy. And then when you step in it falls down. That was me with my golf game before I actually got lessons with Kaiser.
Yeah.
And that was in that phase where I wanted to play as much as possible. And bad result happened.
Well, you and your girlfriend will now have to go to Kaiser together.
Y'all will.
Yes.
Y'all will. Can
That
we
would
go
be
on
a
a
cute
trip
date.
together? Y'all ready? Y'all want to take a little
Mhm.
ride?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. That'd be fun.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
C-Cat has disappeared, and now he is back on the YouTube screen. This is the Safebound Get Around. This is how we hit the best topics all across the sports world, all across the globe, city to city. And where are we starting off today?
Next stop.
We're going to start in Toronto, Ontario, I think. Yeah, that's the province that Toronto's in.
Yeah.
I think Canada.
Just Canada, yeah. This is the 6th.
The Blue Jays find themselves in a 2-0 ACLS deficit right now in their series with the Seattle Mariners.
Elimination game.
Semi. It feels like an elimination game
The
coming up.
semifinal.
They don't want to go down 3-0. Well, maybe it's because the Blue Jays, as an organization, as a fan base, are still hung up on their ex. They're still hung up on the New York Yankees. So much as so to drop a "Da Yankees Lose" single. You love
That's a
it?
good song. That was fun. That was fun. You didn't like that?
No,
I mean, of course you don't like it. You
thought
like
it
the
was.
message.
I thought it was sad, pathetic.
I love it.
And there's no mistaking to why they're down 0-2 in the series. It's because they're not thinking of winning a World Series. They already completed their goal for the season, and that was to beat the Yankees in a 5-game series.
They haven't been there before, C-Cat. You want them to act like they've been there before, and they haven't. This is the first time they've advanced in the Major League Baseball postseason since 2016.
Yeah, that was the Jose Bautista bat flip year. They hold on to that like it's happened yesterday.
Yeah, how many of those guys still hanging over from that team? Like, let them enjoy this. Let them enjoy this.
Do you think it's a weak, pathetic, tragic move from a fan base to make a diss track on a team they eliminated last week?
No, I love it. That was great.
Yes. Oh, also, by the way, Randy helped you out in the YouTube chat. The guy with the rock on the mountain, that's the fable of Sisyphus.
Phosphorus?
Sisyphus. I said
Sisyphus.
Yeah, look, it's right there on the chat.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just read better.
Next stop.
We are going to Gainesville, Florida, just up the road. From my understanding, Theo, you're going to be up there.
Speaking of
close
losing,
to Gainesville,
I'll be
in Jacksonville for Florida versus Georgia.
We thought that game would have a lot more juice to it, but then the Gators just, they're about to.
We're still going to have fun.
It might be an interim coach for Florida by the time we get there, but yeah, sure, it'll be fun.
Yes, and you are right to allude to that because USA Today Sports is reporting that Florida head coach Billy Napier could be fired as soon as this weekend. According to USA Today Sports, Florida's athletic director, Scott Strickland, met with a handful of influencer boosters on Tuesday and was told continuing financial support depends on a, quote, new direction within the football program.
It sounds like they don't care if he wins or loses this weekend. It's like we want a new coach, and that's the only way we'll continue to donate. So this thing is pretty much already over with. Although I would love a world in which we can finally, like this has never happened to my knowledge, but imagine an owner or an athletic director going up to the microphone on like a Tuesday of a game week and saying, and stating what the obvious actually is then like, if we lose this weekend, he's getting fired. If we lose this football game on Saturday or on Sunday, his ass is grass.
That's taking a page from like professional wrestling. It's like career versus title. It is job versus opponent. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. We know that, and it's taboo to say so.
But you're right. This is all. Yeah, I want
one
this.
Day, think about the stakes of that game. How much more viewership will you have on that game if you know that when the final horn goes off, if that team does not win, they ass is grass.
This is awesome. And then you have like the coach's family with their bags packed. They might have to get on a private flight they got to Uber to the airport when the clock hits 000.
And then you get to really see if a team has quit on their coach, because if they announce that in the press conference during the game week and the players come out there and they're dreadful, they wanted his ass gone. They want him good. They're like, I don't need him. But if they go out there and they're playing their hearts out, win, lose, or draw, at the very least you can say they care about that guy. They wanted to keep him around. I would love for the Gators to just chest up and say that. If we don't beat, Mississippi State this weekend? If we don't beat Mississippi State, Billy Napier is gone.
I'm in for that.
The Dolphins should say it too.
Tina, is that too upfront and out in the open? Do we need more decorum than that? Or would you like job on the line officially games?
I like job on the line officially.
Yeah.
Say
it.
During the pregame, they're talking about it. Coach, your career with the Florida Gators depends on this game today. Has that changed how you went into the game prepping? And I would love to hear about that.
I would as well. Like, I'm going to pull out all the stops. We had this one kid, we were saving him. Now we're using him. That's how Brian Dayball's been using Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo. So, let's just do it. Let's stop playing around.
Next stop.
We're going to Kansas City, Missouri, because Patrick Mahomes is getting his number one receiver back. Rashee Rice has returned to practice today after his 6-game suspension for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy for the high-speed car wreck in Dallas in March that injured several people. Rashee Rice is back, and he'll be playing this weekend for the Chiefs when they take on divisional opponent Las Vegas Raiders. Theo, what is going to look different from the Chiefs now that Mahomes has his number one guy?
Those 5 to 7 yard dink and dunk catches that Kelsey gets over the middle will no longer be 87, and they will now be Rashee Rice's number 4, and he will be taking those for much longer. That's about the biggest difference. And also, I will say, when the offense is running through Rashee Rice in the intermediate area, that's going to open up even more deep shots. People have been lauding and praising and excited about how much more fun the Chiefs offense has looked this year as Mahomes has been throwing the ball deep down the field at the highest rate since like 2019, which is crazy to say. Imagine how much more that's opened up when the defense has to also worry about Rashee Rice over the middle. You got to pick your poison with this Chiefs offense. I'm excited about what they look like. I'm just curious what the hell's going on with that rookie left tackle, Josh Simmons, who missed last weekend for personal issues. Yeah, I'm very strange things happening around that situation. Outside of that, the Chiefs look great.
And that is your safe bound get around.
Oh, man. What a quick trip. That was fun. Let's go to break. On the other side, we will give you a couple of plays for tomorrow via Prize Picks for Thursday Night Football. We have a lot going on here on Theoretically Speaking on a Wednesday. That's Tina. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs.
I got to, and Tina, I'm ill-informed. I knew you dated someone at F40, worked at F45. Was it your most
helping your business get
it was. Okay, I thought so.
Effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Step inside the Gardens Mall to witness Halloween magic. On Saturday, October 25th, bring the little monsters to the Kids Club Spooky Soiree. Wear your costume to the Grand Court and indulge in offers from participating stores starting at noon. Booga and Hooga will also be in the house for a special performance at 1 p.m. Stick around afterwards to have your photo taken with the stars of the show. Fun is brewing at the Gardens Mall. You don't want to miss it.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
We apparently have an apology out of Tua Tagovailoa. So I do want to see if we can get to that before we get to the end of the show. But before we do get to that, Tua might be one of those that might need to pack their bags and move. And I'm not saying that he's the only issue with the Dolphins, but I am saying it doesn't seem like he's the solution to the 1-5 squad down in Miami Gardens. If you are moving, if you have a family member that's moving, if you have prospects of moving, or maybe you need good storage, you're safe with SafeBound. SafeBound Moving and Storage. It's South Florida's most trusted moving company. They literally moved my little sister from South Florida up to the Peach State, Georgia. Look at that. Got the Sunshine State known for oranges. You got the Peach State right there. The South is just all kind of fruits. What does South Carolina
have? Poverty.
Oh, yeah, that is true. There's a lot of it is in poverty. That was sad. But but if you're moving from South Carolina to Florida, then maybe you use SafeBound Moving and Storage, and that can give you an enriching feel, because there's also SafeBound Luxury. SafeBound Luxury, right? This is a family-owned company, and they've got this thing called SafeBound Luxury with expert team and art handling, special event moving, luxury retail, as well as high-end residential. SafeBound Moving and Storage, based in West Palm Beach, serving all of Florida. So whether you're moving out of Florida, into Florida, or within the state lines of Florida, SafeBound Moving and Storage has the experience, the expertise, and 5-star customer service you can rely on. You are safe with SafeBound. And every state has a little bit of poverty. Every state has a little bit of it. That's what you fight against. You fight against poverty. The Dolphins feel like a poverty franchise right now based on the way that Tua is playing, that the Dolphins are executing. He got in trouble because, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, he called out players for being late to meetings.
And it was after the game on Sunday.
Yeah, you're right. It was after the game. Yeah, it was after the game at the podium. After a loss in which he threw 3 interceptions against the Chargers. He calls out players for being late to meetings, and he also seems to take little accountability. Here's Tua today at his press availability, which he does on Wednesdays, apparently apologizing.
But,
Yeah. I mean, yes.
He's a good guy, man.
He means well, is the thing about Tua. I told you, he's just using this as therapy. The media is his therapy right now. It's his outlet because he's coping with the fact that he's not as good and his team is not as good as he wants it to be. I'm not knocking him for it. It's clear as day. I feel bad for Tua, and I feel bad for the Dolphins oftentimes. They're the butt of the joke right now in the NFL.
Is there a chance we look back? I don't want to write off the rest of Tua's career, but is Tua going to be one of those what could have been in terms of how he could have been as quarterback? And will we discount a lot of his shortcomings from the head injuries, where part of his poor play this year, despite being healthy, might have something to do with his head injuries earlier?
Man, I think the hip injuries have a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah.
It removed his ability to be mobile like he was in Alabama. When it comes to Tua, I think he's actually good. That's the issue. He's actually good. He just isn't move the needle good. He's just not great. And quarterback play is getting so evolved in the league right now. They're able to do so much. It's kind of like in the NBA right now. You got to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and defend. There's no longer guys that can play one or two small, minute roles. You got to be able to do it all to be able to get on the court and be effective. Tua can do some things very well, but oftentimes he finds himself in situations where if those two things go haywire, he's got nothing to rely on.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest issue for him. And also the Miami Dolphins situation isn't the greatest. Their offensive line hasn't been that great. Their weapons are often injured or inconsistent over the past couple of years. So there's other things going on with Tua. I just think that this is this is just one of those things where it's over with. It's over with.
If the Dolphins were dropped into NCAA FBS football, where do you think that they would lie on the Sunshine standings?
Number 2.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Because number 1 is the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. I guess the stadium is, though, technically.
Yeah, they are proving your point.
Best football team that plays at Hard Rock Stadium.
There you go.
Number 1
is the Miami Hurricanes.
Is there any movement in your Sunshine
standings not going to have much movement. I will give it to you really quickly. The top 7 football teams in college football.
Number 2.
Florida State still.
Number 3.
Still USF.
Number 4.
We're going to go with Florida Gators.
Number 5.
UCF.
Number 6.
FIU.
Number 7.
FAU. That's the Sunshine standings, as things currently stand.
I think FAU's got USF this weekend, right?
Yeah.
They can climb up, man. I remember the handshake that happened last year.
Oh, yeah.
That was with Herman, though, wasn't it?
That was Herman.
I think FAU's got a little bit of chip on their shoulder when they take on the Bulls this weekend.
I don't know, man.
I'm looking forward to cats and dogs because that might be a target of mine.
Yeah, and your record is gonna dip if you do go that way. Tina, did you feel like Tua's apology felt sincere? Feel good?
No.
Confident if you're in
Not
that locker room?
sincere?
I think sincere, but he said a lot, and like he said the intent of it, but he called out his player.
Called those guys out right after the game. What you say in the heat of the moment is usually more truthful.
Yes.
Afterwards, it's more so you're apologetic because you have to be.
Yeah.
If you missed any of today's show, hit us up on the ESPN South Florida app. Download the app today. You can catch Russo and Rizzo. You can catch Theoretically Speaking. You can catch all of our great things, South Florida sports. Russo and Rizzo is next. Go in love. Go in peace. Go enjoy.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's